Good afternoon, Stacy Keppen. I'm an executive director for Reading Housing Authority. The Biden administration has been a huge champion to address affordable housing, and certainly the pandemic has elevated the concerns around affordable housing for the masses. So the Biden administration, through its commitment to expansion of affordable housing in general, has focused on one of our longest standing housing programs, which is voucher programs, the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher program. What we learned, if above all else, is that housing instability exists for persons of all economic places on the continuum. Those that have the least income, the working poor, were certainly the first to feel the impact, but further up the income scale, people felt the impact of, and then eventually could find themselves in situations of homelessness as a result of the pandemic. I can tell you that our community, our continuum of care around homelessness is really robust. We have quite a healthy network of service providers, from shelter systems all the way to permanent supportive housing, but it's insufficient to meet the need is probably what I would say.
Sure. Matthew Heckles, MATTHEWHECKLES. I'm the regional administrator for HUD. Well, it's great to just get out and talk to people in the different cities in the region that I represent, and hear what challenges they face and what HUD can do to help the public housing authorities and their residents to make their lives a little easier with some rental assistance, tenant-based rental assistance, and project-based as well. This is a challenge across the country right now, exacerbated by the pandemic, of course. But this administration in Washington has done a great job of providing resources to communities to serve people the best we can. So there's a concept that's called housing first, and the theory there is that you have to have stable housing in order to address those other issues, and that's really our job at HUD, is to make sure that people have stable housing so they can have a place to live and tackle some of those other things that they need to get straight.
Marina Keeley, and I'm chairman of the Board of Commissioners for the Reading Housing Authority. This is hugely historic. This is the first time in over 10 years that HUD has increased the number of vouchers across the country, and for us to be recognized or to be involved in part of the allocation there's a really big deal. We're really, really excited. Certainly the past 2.5 years have presented unprecedented challenges for all of us. We certainly see people who were perhaps marginalized or vulnerable to begin with, in terms of being able to find safe, decent, and affordable housing, even facing greater struggles now, due to some of the results of what we've all struggled through with the pandemic. And so to be able to have organizations like the Reading Housing Authority and HUD recognize those needs and come in with solutions through things like housing choice vouchers is really, really significant for people. We are so appreciative of HUD's recognition of the need and their desire to come and support local housing authorities in meeting the needs of our local communities. We're very grateful and appreciative. I love the city of Reading. I was born and raised here. I'm committed to the city of Reading. Obviously, organizations like the Reading Housing Authority are also committed here to the city. This is our community, and we want it to thrive. We want it to be the best it can be.